Hi friends, it's Julia. I am here with my July 2021 Counterfeit Kit Challenge Series, day number 3. Now the basis of this kit was a Felicity Jane kit called Sarah. I had a couple of paper packs. I pulled in a few additional embellishments and such and decided to use that for my July kit. So needless to say, for the photos I'm about to scrapbook today, I went into my stash and I pulled out a few sheets of paper that were specific to where we were on vacation. So let me show you everything that I have pulled in for this kit, or for this page. And did I say it was layout number 3? So I pulled in this gray piece of cardstock that was in the kit, and I believe that is from Close to My Heart. I pulled in this one called Tiles and Spots. The back side are all those spots, but I love that yellow, and any opportunity I can get to use that, I'm going to try. I pulled in this blue sheet. The back side is the aqua, but I pulled it for the blue. And I also pulled this star sheet because I felt like this is from my scrap collection. Just Felicity Jane scraps. When I have a kit left over, when the kit is done, if I have scraps left over, I put them into a pouch to keep up with individually like that, because I can pull them for any of the Felicity Jane kits that I work on, because they all coordinate to some degree. The back side was this leafy pattern, and then of course the stars, so I pulled it for the stars. So there are my papers. And I went into my stash and pulled in these papers that I have from Las Vegas, and that's where we were at. We were at the Venetian in Las Vegas, and these are just generic Las Vegas pages that I picked up at some scrapbook store somewhere. This one has the little emblems of the cards: diamonds, spades, hearts, and clubs all over them in a silver tone, and it's got splotches of pinks and blues along that. All of these are single-sided and very thin. Then I have this one that has High Roller, Sin City, Big Winner, Las Vegas, City of Lights, Viva Las Vegas, all in a grayish tone, very faint. And I have 2 of each of these, and it's got basically the same thing on the back side. These 2 are from Reminisce, and I don't know who the others are made by. These are made by both of these are made by Sandy Lion, and I picked these up at a scrapbook convention that had places of interest you might visit. So I picked these up along the way, and I've had more, but these are what I'm down to in my collection, and I haven't bought anything Las Vegas style in years. So I've used up a lot of those embellishments, etc., and so I've got these I'm going to pull in to use with this layout, because let me show you my photos. We were at the Venetian in the shops, and we went into this one. Califano was the name of the shop. The guy had taken, whoever the artist was for this store, had taken bits of scrap metal and created these little statues, and there's all different shapes. This is the guy from Alien. It makes me crazy when I can't remember a name of a movie, and I actually enjoyed the movie. Oh, not Alien. It'll come to me at some point. Anywho, so here's the big guy, and then all of these little individual critters. And look at this little tiny one down here. I have a close-up of this one that I plan to scrapbook at some point. You can see I pulled this one out to use because you can see the metalwork of the head is a bit intricate in that he did some molding and yeah, welding probably to make it look this awesome. But yeah, I love how this turned out, how these photos turned out, and I love all those little creatures. So that's where I'm starting. That's why the papers in the Felicity Jane did not go 100%, and that's why I pull those other papers in. I did pull in a couple of border strips here. I have a white with black polka dots, and then the multicolored from the Sarah introduction sheets. I pulled in my alpha tiles, the white with the black stripe. I pulled in a pocket page card only because it had that feel of like chain links, or I don't know. I pulled it in. I pulled this in, this puffy title sticker. I have in mind to create a title. I don't know how well it's going to work. I pulled these in with the gold on them, but I'm not 100% sure if I use the other papers that I want this. I may pull from my stash the ones that I have that are white with silver. I pulled in the epoxy dots. I pulled in my photo corners, my die cuts, my leftover bin. I pulled in this dark blue washi tape. I pulled in the arrows and ampersands, and oh, I pulled in the second sheet of that. I don't need both sheets out. I just need one. And I pulled in this puffy stickers here. So I'll show you a close-up of the sketch, and then I will be back to show you what I have created. Okay friends, I have finished with layout number 3. Now I did pull in a July 2020 page map, and it was a one sketch, 2 photo sketch, and that's what I did. I used 2 photos on it. Some things I pulled that were not originally in the kit were this alphabet with the silver, which I told you I was going to do probably, and then I pulled in my brads. I don't know, y'all, I've been on a kick with using brads here lately, and these are like screw heads. Can you see that? They've got the little X, and some of them have a flat screw head in there. Anywho, so I pulled those only to give it a little bit more of a masculine feel, if you will. Things I didn't use, I did not use the puffy stickers. I thought maybe I might use this scallop across the bottom, but there was no other pinkish coral color on the layout. And then of course I did not use the alpha with the gold. I did use the washi tape. I cut out 2 of those, but I did not use the blue one. I used the gold one from that border strip, and I used this one, a portion of this one that I pulled in. I did use the gray in order to back the photos. Oh, and I did use the Las Vegas paper, but I used a piece of it. You can see up there. You can see I cut out a Las Vegas. Here are 2 border strips cut-offs from the papers that I did use. And then of course I did use a couple of pieces of this gold. I did use the enamel dots. I did use a puffy sticker. I did use 3 of the ampersands and on there. And I did use this alphabet again. What's up with that? Didn't show up last time. I had to manipulate it some, and it looked horrible, but I think I figured it out. Ta-da! Here's the layout that I created, and here is the alphabet. I just took my Sharpie and went over it. It doesn't look 100% even because you can see some of the hash marks along the edge of it, but it's done. I'm okay with that. So nuts and bolts, and then I put the little screw heads there, and then chains and metal, and beauty. Oh, it's hashtag arts. And then down here I fussy cut that Las Vegas and put it right down there. And then here I use the screw heads with the single slash in them, along with some enamel dots. I fussy cut that. I fussy cut the border strip out of that little intro piece and used it down here. Yeah. So this is what I created. I love how this turned out. I did cut my second photo off a little bit only because I wanted to. No specific reason. I did cut this down just a tiny bit, but I don't think I lost anything in it. So yeah, I love how this turned out, and I will have close-ups of this layout at the end. If you're interested in following along, feel free. I pull the sketches from page maps every month, and then I am pulling this year's and last year's page map sketch In the event that I don't find inspiration from this year, then I always have last year's to look at. So, and then the other thing that I do is I put a Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit together every month. And this is my series where I'm creating 7 layouts with that kit in order to get it utilized. I may not use it all up, and that's okay. If I decide when I get to the end of my 7 layouts, if I want to put it away, then I'll put it away. If I want to take it completely apart and put it back into my stash, I'll do that. My feelings aren't going to be hurt if I don't get it 100% used up. Anywho, guys, I appreciate you being here. Stick around for close-ups if you want to see them. I would love it if you would flip me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.